YouTube, was good? It's your boy LaRon Potent Pondering. I'm back with another video. Please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live. I do uploads. So listen, Trump found guilty on all 34 counts of felony charges today. So I just want to read a bit of the article. I'm pretty sure a lot of you already heard about this. All right. So I just want to go through the CNN article real quick. So Donald Trump is guilty on all 34 felony charges. What you need to know about the case. So a Manhattan jury found Donald Trump guilty of all 34 counts of falsifying business records in his hush money criminal trial, an unprecedented and historic verdict that makes him the first former president in the U.S. history to be convicted of felony. And you know that Donald Trump is also running for president come the fall. And I just want to say this before I finish the article. I think that this is going to embolden his base for the people who support him, right? So Judge Juan Merchant set a sentencing set for July 11th. Trump's sentence is up to the judge and could include prison time or probation. Prosecutors accused Trump of taking part in a legal conspiracy to undermine the integrity of the 2016 presidential election and an unlawful plan to suppress negative information, which included concealing a hush money payment to an adult film star, Stormy. So a felony conviction of former president or party forerunner is unprecedented, but Trump, who is the 2024 presumptive GOP nominee, can still run for office. Isn't that crazy? So it's like, he was found guilty on 34 counts, felonies, and he's still able to run. Whatever. Listen, let's continue. Trump called the jury's decision a disgrace and said that the real verdict will come during the presidential election on November 5th. President Joe Biden said on social media that his 2024 rival can be defeated at the ballot box. And I seen that Trump is taking full advantage of this. I seen that he put a tweet out asking for donations right after he lost the verdict. He knows that the people who support him, that they're going to put their money where their mouths are. I'm just telling you, they're going to do it. And let's continue on. So this is an update over 7 minutes ago. Stormy Daniels' attorney says that she was really emotional after the verdict. Stormy Daniels' attorney, Clark Brewster, said that his client was really emotional following the former presidential Donald Trump's guilty verdict in the hush money case. He told CNN's Caitlin Collins and that Daniels faced the realization of finality and had a lot of emotions flowing. So Brewster also responded to Trump attorney Todd Blanche, saying that he'd raised Daniels' testimony in an appeal, arguing that it was straightforward and that they had an opportunity to cross-examine her. All right. So Trump is facing 3 other criminal cases while running again for president. So the hush money criminal case against former President Donald Trump was only one of the 4 criminal cases he is juggling while running again for president. The former president faces criminal indictments in Georgia, Washington, D.C., and Florida. Trump has pleaded not guilty to every charge in these cases. Here's a recap of each case. So he has the hush money case, which he was found guilty on today. The classified documents. Trump was indicted in June of 2023 by a federal grand jury in Miami for taking classified national defense documents from the White House after he left the office and resisting the government's attempt to retrieve the materials. Ain't that bold? That's bold. But the people who support, let's continue. So the National Archive said in early 22 that at least 15 boxes of White House records were recovered from the estate, including some that were classified. The charges that were brought by the special counsel Jack Smith, however, Judge Aileen Cannon has indefinitely postponed the trial, citing significant issues around the classified evidence that would need to be worked out before the federal criminal case goes to jury. So he's still in documents from the White House after his term is up. That's crazy. So he had another one, the federal election interference. So Smith separately charged the former president last August with 4 crimes over his efforts to reverse the 2020 election results. The indictment alleges Trump and a co-conspirator attempted to exploit the violence and chaos at the Capitol by calling lawmakers to convince them to delay certification of the election. That case is currently on hold as the Supreme Court weighs Trump's claims of presidential immunity in the matter. It seems like he's going to get immunity. I don't think that Donald Trump is going to go to court. He's going to go to jail for those 34 counts that he was, found guilty of today. So Fulton County. State prosecutors in Georgia brought a similar election subversion case against Trump and others. An Atlanta based grand jury on August 14, 2023, indicted Trump and 18 others of state charges stemming from their alleged efforts to overturn the former president's 2020 electoral defeat. A trial date has not been set yet. So, yeah, so that was that. And they're saying that his wife, Melania Trump, is in New York City. So, former First Lady Melania Trump and her son Barron Trump are currently in New York. A source familiar with the matter told CNN the two were already in New York when the verdict was read earlier Thursday, although it's not immediately clear when they arrived to the city. Melania Trump did not attend the fundraiser dinner with Trump at the private residence Thursday night in New York City. All right. And so Schumer chimed in on this. So Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer posted a brief statement about the verdict in former President Donald Trump's hush money trial on social media. No one is above the law. The verdict speaks for itself, the New York Democrat said. So listen, a lot of my people that's in New York, Black people, they are leaning towards the red. I know that a lot of people don't want to hear that, but a lot of people are fed up and disgusted with the way that the New York City, even the people upstate. Listen, I went home to upstate New York. I remember I got there. Me and my mom stayed in a 4-star hotel because we was doing some things at her house, so we stayed at a hotel when I first got there. We stayed at a 4-star hotel, and something was really off with the vibe there, and it was just a lot going on, and I felt like, what's going on over here? And then I didn't realize that the migrants had taken over the hotel. So it was a really, I'm just going to say it was a different feeling. And a lot of people, they feel like all of the resources in the states like New York and Chicago, they're all going to the migrants, and the average person there that's struggling with the inflation and the cost of gas and the cost of food, everything is through the roof. So a lot of people is not feeling these Democrats, and I don't care how you feel. You can leave your comments below and let me know how you feel about that. So Trump attorney Todd Blanche outlines appeal arguments. Donald Trump attorney Todd Blanche told CNN's Caitlin Collins Thursday that former president legal team plans to argue in its appeal of the verdict that the jury was biased against Trump and the timing of the trial was unfair. His lawyer Blanche said, every single person on the jury knew that Donald Trump as president, as candidate from The Apprentice, so I don't accept this was a fair place to try President Trump, Blanche said. He added, there was so much publicity around the witnesses and around leading up to the trial. With our system of justice isn't supposed to be a system where every person who walks into the courtroom knows about the case. So he's using that angle. All right. So the law says that a person is entitled to a fair trial in front of a jury of their peers. And we just think that because of everything around and lead up to the trial, it made it very difficult for the jury to evaluate the evidence kind of independent of what they knew coming in, Blanche said. Blanche previewed the Trump's legal team with now vigorously fight with motions due in a few weeks. And if it's not successful, the attorney said that they will appeal following the sentencing in July. All right. And Trump's attorney also said that he's very surprised when the news came out that, about the verdict that was reached. Donald Trump's attorney Blanche said that he was very surprised when the verdict was announced and had been reached in the former president's hush money trial on Thursday. So as the 4:30 came, we were just going to go home and start again tomorrow. And then the jury, sent a note saying that they reached the verdict, Blanche told CNN Caitlin Collins on the source. But Blanche clarified that it wasn't surprising. Oh my gosh, I'm shocked because we were prepared for a good guilty verdict because he was wrong. I know that. See, I feel like this. It's all about policy at the end of the day, whether you lean towards the Democrats or the Republicans. And I do feel like Biden has done a poor job in this country. And I don't care how you feel. Maybe you have a difference of opinion, but my opinion is mine. And you know what opened my eyes up was moving to Texas and just seeing things in real time. And I'll just say that. But listen, I'm not saying which political party I'm in support of or which one I'm denouncing. So, all right. So shortly after 4 p.m., Judge Juan Merchant told the courtroom that the jury would be dismissed at 4:30. The expectation was that the jurors would resume their deliberations on Friday. So Trump saying thank you to the court staff, and his demeanor was the most relaxed since the jury selection. The word came that the jurors who had been deliberating for nearly 12 hours over 2 days had reached a verdict. Not long afterward, the guilty verdict on 34 accounts were announced. So then Ivanka went on Instagram and she posted, "I love you, Dad." So Ivanka Trump posted an image on Instagram of herself and as a small girl being held by Donald Trump with the caption, "I love you, Dad." As CNN previously reported, she did not join her father or for his court appearances. Ivanka's husband, Jared Kushner, didn't make the trip to the Manhattan courthouse either. Where's the support? Ivanka Trump's absence from the trial was not surprising to many close to the former president. CNN previously reported both Ivanka Trump and Kushner have distanced themselves from Trump's latest presidential campaign. I wonder why, but I'm pretty sure they still have love for their dad, though. You know? Trump's attorney says legal team was prepared for a guilty verdict, so we kind of went over that already. So yeah, McConnell says that he expects Trump's conviction to be overturned. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell reacted to former President Donald Trump's guilty verdict late Thursday night, saying in a social media post that he expects the conviction to be overturned on appeal. That's interesting. These charges should have never been brought in the first place. I expected the conviction to be overturned in an appeal. So he's obviously in support of Trump. Trump and McConnell have had a strained relationship. CNN reported in January that the two hadn't spoken more than 3 years. McConnell will step down as the Senate's Republican leader in November, endorsed Trump in March, shortly after the former president dominated races across the country. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come and bring y'all an update. Listen, be clear. Trump is still running for president. His base will embolden. They will support him. They will send donations and all of that to his campaign. Listen, I believe I was watching something on CNN earlier, and they were asking people how did they feel about, with Trump being involved in like all of these cases, would they be likely to vote for him? And I believe that it was like 6% said that they would not be likely to vote for him. But that 6% is a lot, and the numbers are crunched in the end. But I don't think that that's really going to hurt him. I think that people who support Trump are going to ride for him and be there for him. That's just my opinion on it. So listen, this is your boy LaRon, potent pondering, never pandering. Please leave your comments below and let me know what you think about this guilty verdict. Do you think that Trump is going to go to jail, prison, whatever? I don't think he will. I think that he'll get a slap on the wrist. Trump is up in age just with Biden as well. It's like he's not no young spring chicken or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that they're going to put him in prison, jail, or whatever, right? Anyway, leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought about this whole debacle, and I'm up out of here. Peace.